I'm Andrew. This is Touring Midwest. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. We got to be out of here in a couple hours, so it's time to start packing up. And I'm going to go over how I pack the motorcycle with all the gear. A couple things to talk about are normally I don't bring any food with. We'll usually come, get unloaded, get camp set up, get the tent set up, and then we'll head into town to get some groceries, some food for the time while we're out here, whether it be the week or the night, depending on what kind of food, because it's hard to keep it cold when you're out on the motorcycle, because obviously you can't carry a big cooler with you. We do have some food that we didn't have on the way out. I will be packing that stuff last, see what I can get into the bike and what I can't. If I can stuff it in here or there, we'll try and get as much of it home as we can. Otherwise, try and find somebody to give it to you, or just throw some of it away, I guess. But hopefully we can get as much of it as possible onto the bike. So we just did an overnight trip this time. We came out last night, we're leaving today. But the one thing is, basically, it doesn't matter if you come out for a day or a week, you're gonna need almost the same stuff, with the exception of a few more clothing items if you're gonna be here longer. So normally if I do a week-long trip, I'll bring a couple pairs of pants and, you know, maybe 5-6 shirts. So on this trip, we've each just got a couple extra shirts, flannel, and he's got jeans and shorts. Pretty basic. That'll be about the only difference from one night versus 5 nights. Alright, well, everything's packed up, so we're ready to start loading it on the motorcycle. Small stuff like this, or it will be small as soon as I smush it down. This kind of stuff I'll try to put on last. I like to start with the tent because I know that the tent will fit in the saddlebag, but because of the length of the poles, it doesn't fit way down in there. So I know that I can fit a few small items in first. So I'll start putting things in like the flashlight and the axe. I should also mention there's a few things that are pretty much always in my saddlebag, like Touring Midwest patches that I usually carry along in case somebody wants to buy one, or stickers, things like that. Right now I'm carrying a set of jumper cables with because I have a bad battery and it dies sometimes. So that kind of stuff is already in the bike, along with some face shields and glasses and things like that. And then various things like little bungee cables and straps to secure things and whatever. That kind of stuff is always on the bike. I usually keep that in this little bag. Keep it all together. This stuff works really good for if I have tarps and things like that. These are for securing tarps. Pretty much always bring a lightweight tarp with camping, because if you do run into bad weather or whatever, you want to keep your firewood dry or anything like that, you can just throw the tarp over it real quick and strap it down or whatever. But this is super lightweight, thin, doesn't even have any actual grommets. That's why those clamps come in handy. And doesn't take up much space, so we can pretty much always fit this on the bike. And it's only like a couple dollars, so if you have to, you could leave it behind and just toss it. You'll just have to bear with me, because I would say that I probably pack a little bit different every time. I haven't got an exact system down just yet, but so there might be a little bit of moving stuff around as we go here. But if you try to get most of the bigger stuff on, you can kind of pack around it as much as you can. so that's usually a pretty good way to go. Then if you can pack things within other things, like this percolator for instance takes up quite a bit of space. If you just have a little Ziploc for your coffee, that can fit in here. Butter. One thing that's very handy is to bring Ziplocs. You don't have to bring a whole bag, a whole box. We just picked these up at the store. But you could just bring a handful of bags. They don't take up much space. Here's a little camping hack for you. You put your pudgy pie iron in the bag so you don't get soot all over the place. And if you need to shorten things up a little bit, you have something to hold on to so your hands don't get all dirty. A little camp stove. I love this. And they make an MSR Pocket Rocket 2 now, which is even smaller than this. And it has a little bit better features, I think. So this is a cooler that I picked up at Walmart, made by Coleman. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, don't expect it to keep things really cold. But as long as you keep ice in it every day, it's not bad. But here's the best part.
We have to leave the M&Ms.
Everything's pretty much packed up. But the camera is more important, so we might just leave this behind. Quick overview. Got the tent in here along with the flashlight, axe, jumper cables, lantern. It's all in there. 2 sleeping bags and a pillow in here. Or two pillows actually. And then in here we've got our pack chairs. Few miscellaneous stuff, first aid kit, all that. That's always in here. Bag of straps. This is the Pudgy Pie iron handles. The actual Pudgy Pie irons in the top bag. And then we got our coffee maker, percolator, some sanitary wipes for our hands. Keep our hands clean. And then in here we just fit all the odds and ends. We managed to get our groceries in there. We've got my sleeping pad in there, the tarp, whatever we could fit in there, we just kind of fit in. A couple boxes of crackers even. We got the rest of our groceries and all that in there, so that worked out really, really well. Just a quick little update video for you. We just got home, but we wanted to let you know that no milk or Gatorade was harmed or left behind in the making of this video. We managed to get everything on the bike. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. That would be awesome. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. There'll be an icon that pops up over here in the corner of the screen in just a little bit. Tap that. That'll bring up the subscribe box. Don't forget to ring the bell. That's going to keep you notified every time I upload a new video or go live. You don't want to miss that. If you'd like to see another video from me, there'll be one right here, and down here is one that YouTube thinks you might like. Stay safe out there as always, and we will catch you in the next video from Touring Midwest.